I'm about to go to this Burger King over here and get me something to eat. I decided to record this video to let any of my viewers know what's going on. And I was saying, they're not going to run me out of Stone Mountain, Georgia or Clarkston, Georgia. That's where I am right now. Yeah, go by. But I'm like, cause she tried to come all across me. She's a big lady trying to like intimidate me. But anyway, I was like, they not gonna run me out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, and you're not gonna run me out of Clarkston, Georgia for shooting a gun because I shot a gun. And I said, and he not gonna run me up out of my house. Cause I ran up out my home from him. And I'm like, you're not gonna run me up out of my house and then take my son and threaten to rape him. And then they think they're gonna stop me from putting out the information. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and make this video because I wasn't gonna make the video in the state that I'm in. You know, my hair not done and, you know, my makeup and, you know, my clothes. I just came from the laundromat right here. And I'm going to get something to eat. And I felt a little intimidated to be able to go into this Burger King and sit down and eat. And I'm pregnant. And they've been doing a lot. And I didn't want to just make a bunch of videos ranting on this channel about all the things that they have been doing. And my heart was like, no, go on ahead and say, before you get to your evidence, before you get to finishing doing what God put on my heart to do, I was like, let them know that these people out here trying to bully me and intimidate me out of Stone Mountain, Clarkston, and then all over wherever I go. But, you know, mainly since I'm right here, that they trying to intimidate me about putting out evidence about my son and my pregnancy. So, and then instead he keeps talking to me. Like, wasn't nobody talking to me just a few minutes ago when I was just sitting over there by myself before I decided to go get me something to eat and turn on my video. So, why you all up in my face now? You know, so anyway, they trying to intimidate me about putting out evidence about my son. So, I'm very upset that I got to keep saying what took place over and over again on social media. And then for you to have the nerve to try to intimidate me. Like, and then I said I wasn't trying to be hard when I shot the gun in the first place. I said he ran me up out of my home and was attacking me. So where do you try to intimidate me about that come from? And then these people, the man done took my baby. They done took my baby and threatened to rape my son as retaliation. And where you get off thinking you gonna intimidate me about telling about that part? And then I'm pregnant. Was pregnant while he was doing this, attacking me. Same baby from the attack. And where the hell do these people get off thinking they're gonna intimidate me about that? Here they come with their little fire trucks running up and down the road every time I start telling what this is really about. They coming with the little fire trucks trying to intimidate me and swarming around me in their cars right now, trying to intimidate me. You not gonna intimidate me about somebody saying they're gonna rape my son and then trying to attack me and leave a baby in me without medical care for years. So I'm finna go over here and get me something to eat. I'm about to sit down and finish working on this evidence that they trying so hard to intimidate me about putting it out there. And I'll just go ahead and put the icing on the cake and let y'all know that they trying to make me look bad, trying to have my hair looking bad, trying to have me out on the streets every single night, everywhere in the country, to have my skin looking bad and to have my hair looking bad and to make me look dirty without showers and to have my clothes dirty, you know, to have hair on my face that needs to be groomed, you know, to just make me look a certain way. And I'm telling the truth about them taking my baby and threatening to rape my baby, and about me being pregnant with this child and them doing this to us in that jail cell. So that is crazy. And I was like, I'll just go ahead and make the video. It don't matter what I really look like. And then trying to find reasons to discredit me and make me uncomfortable. But I'm here at this Burger King. And I'm not a negative person. I don't want to keep going on and on about it while I'm in this state, because it's the state they want to see me in. And that's why everybody was plotting, like, oh, keep her out the shelter. Woo, child, you should have seen. I know y'all don't know me that well, but y'all should have seen the look on their face when I came into the shelter and I done got my little roller set and put my roller set in and cleaned up, and they was like, oh my goodness. They staged to have me out of the shelter. My auntie did the same thing at her house when I came to her house, and I went into the restroom. My hair was curled and my makeup on, and they done bust the bathroom light and staged for me to be out of her house. I was in another woman's house named Lily Morris, and she was in there trying to fight me. They were trying to keep me ugly, and I'm telling the truth. And then the men is just trying to have me out there like some doped up prostitute. So it goes both ways when you got a bunch of females that's plotting to have you look a certain way, and then you got men that want to see you looking that way too for their own agenda, to lie and say that, oh, she ain't pregnant, she lying, or she killing the baby, or she don't deserve the baby, or it's not the same baby from the jail and it is, or she ain't pregnant. Whatever they motive is, it's almost like they don't even really care, which is something that I was thinking about earlier today when I was like, they so desperate to win against me to where you gon' all gang up and do this wickedness in my face, knowing that I'm telling the truth. You that desperate to win, that's a hell of a chance to take. That's a hell of a risk to take. You gotta be willing to really kill me as part of the risk to take, to lie, and then allow me to have to lie against the whole country and be like, yes, I am pregnant, and you got that many people willing to lie and harm me to cover it up. And then the part about them taking my son and then saying that they was gonna rape and kill my son, you willing to put me out the picture and kill me before I can even get back to my baby. That really should show y'all how serious this is, for them to have said that they was gonna be raping and killing my son and then leaving a baby in me this long. And still, after I done showed y'all the evidence that I am pregnant, regardless of how long they try to say I've been pregnant or lie and say it's not true, you can see that I'm pregnant. So why would you even be abusing a pregnant woman like that, period? That ought to let you know the seriousness of what they're doing. If you're going to continue to abuse her over and over and over again on camera, then we know what's going on. I'm telling the truth about them doing this to me and my baby in the jail, and that's why they don't want anybody to help me, and then want to just make it look like I'm some bum on the streets, because it was very serious when you got family and community involved, when you know that it's a pregnant black woman in the jail and she was protecting herself, and y'all know they back there doing stuff to her, and you want them to be doing it. And I was telling myself today, I was like, maybe I got to keep more faith in Jesus Christ, because he was the only reason why I made it out the cell. And I can guarantee you that, because I was like, even though people could try to make it seem like, oh, we just dropped the charges on her. No, it was a fight. It was a battle. God was fighting them, because they over here like, oh, we need to kill her and that baby because she shot a white man in America. And it's like, but where do you get off trying to murder somebody before a trial like you God, and then trying to murder their baby in their womb like you God, and then got the nerve to lie about it like you God? And I know they could be like, oh, well, some people feel like they could just do what they want to do and ain't no questions about it. You shot a white man, they could kill your baby. But if God said they ain't had no business trying to murder me, and was in there fighting for me. The Lord was fighting them, first of all. They came doing hella witchcraft and even trying to attack me on my channels. So if God is fighting them, then who the hell is anybody else to sit over there and try to take their side and say they got a right to be doing what they doing? Every time you see my stomach, you see the baby is still moving and the baby is still alive. So who is anybody to say it's okay for them to keep on trying to kill my child if I'm telling you that God been fighting for me and my baby? And who gonna sit back and say they got the right to keep on doing this until they kill it? If God didn't say for you to kill my baby, then you ain't got no business trying to kill my baby. And if God didn't say for you to kill me, you ain't got no business trying to kill me, period. And God did not give them no permission to kill me if he was standing up there fighting for me. You can't say you got the power of God in your hand to take my life or to take my little boy life and then try to cover it up. And to try to kill me before I can even ever see my baby again after y'all done said that to me, that's ridiculous. For anybody to be trying to give me a hard time in Clarkston, Georgia, Stone Mountain, Georgia, Buckhead, 5 Points, all over Atlanta, you know. But they did it to me in Texas, and it's a country thing. It's a what some people may call patriarchal, but God is like, no, he God, and they being wicked, and they trying to do the Satan work, basically. You know, they trying to, it's all about this white man, you know, where they trying to worship him and give his country an honor, you know, like, oh, well, yeah, because of your bloodline, because of the history of y'all not taking bullshit from anybody black or anybody, you have to kill her and this baby. You have to cover it up. You have to take her son and rape him, molest him, do it like the olden times to let these people know that you're not going to shoot a white person in this country ever under any circumstances. We don't care if they was raping your baby because that's what we're going to do. Nah, you're not going to do me and my babies like that. If God said you Satan talking like that and y'all Satanists talking like that, and that y'all need to return my baby, and y'all going against God, talking about y'all know y'all going to hell and you ain't gonna give him back, you gonna kill me and you gonna cover up my pregnancy. That is crazy. What kind of mother would I be not to walk in the power of God? Like, okay, this is what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep walking in the power of God. They try to set me up to be killed out of all their establishments. I'm gonna walk in the power of God. They're trying to set me up to be killed out of all their neighborhoods. I'm gonna walk in the power of God. They are trying to set me up to be killed at the MARTA stations, on the buses, on the trains. I'm gonna walk in the power of God. They're trying to kill my baby in all these hospitals. I'm gonna walk in the power of God, and I'm gonna keep doing the evidence. I'm finna go get me something to eat. But it's like they feel like their allegiance is so to white people so bad, you know, like they feel that their allegiance is to white women so bad, and she is so like victimized to where she tries to play the victim and then want to turn around and play the controller in the field and be like, oh no, we're white women, we're white people, we're white women, we're gonna kill her baby, we're gonna do this, she shot a white man. Like, who do you think you are? God said with that kind of mentality, you are going to hell. You not God to be trying to send these people to kill my baby for your bloodline or for your father's honor or your grandpa honor. I'm still alive. Like, and then to try to silence me, to try to have black people intimidating me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then try to smile in my face. They even done tried to come past me running and smiling in my face knowing I'm pregnant, and that you got people set up trying to hit me because of my bloodline, because I'm not white. Okay, it's over with. God said, and then that's what the Satanist part, because they already know what God said. They've been going against what God said for a very, very long time. God didn't ever say you can do nothing to nobody black to hurt them if it wasn't in your defense. Like, at the same time, all that trying to come at me like, oh, I gotta be harmed because I defended myself from a white person. You dead ass wrong. Y'all dead ass wrong for that, period. And that's where the Satanist part come in. It's like, okay, we don't care That's what you call racism. It's when somebody decide we don't care what God say, we're going to continue to try to hurt these people and then don't want them to fight back. Because that's what it was. He was hurting me, challenging me, running up on me for no reason and doing it too much and hurting my child. And you're trying to tell me because he's white and because he's a man that you're going to take my baby and kill me and rape my children and lie about it? No, you're not. Not as long as Jesus Christ is in heaven, and not as long as Jehovah and Jesus is on the throne. And last time I checked, he was. So they talking about, oh, well, they know they going to hell. They talking about, oh, they going to kill my baby and they going to kill us anyway. Talking about they know they going to hell. And here come their little fire trucks and everything trying to come and do that intimidation, because that's a United States front. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be involved in that type of stuff. The police, the firefighters, you know, they all be involved in that. Oh, kill this black girl. She hurt this white man. Kill her. You know, that's wrong. And then to be still sitting up there trying to hold up signs talking about, oh, Black Lives Matter. No, cut it out. For real. Cut it out. Cut it out, because y'all don't mean none of that stuff when you sitting around trying to cover up a murder of a black woman that's pregnant that shot a white man. Your mind is not where you say your mind really is. Y'all not ready for those type of organizations and programs, movements. If you can't move past him being shot, I mean, you got to move past it because God said so. So I'm not begging on my knees for no white person or black person or anybody to understand that, other than I was protecting myself. I was protecting myself. That's what God told me to say. And there's much more as well that I have said already. So the racist, Satanist part of saying we're going to go against God because we want to exalt this white man. We want to exalt the devil because Satan is white. So we want to exalt Satan. We want to worship Satan. We want to hurt her because she not worshiping this white man, you know, because she hurt him. You know, it's ridiculous. And we want to hurt her baby that's in her because she shot him and he white. You know, like, the bad part is witchcraft, because they already know, okay, well, we going to hell. You know, we already know that God is with her and this baby and her children and that we should not be doing this. And they claim they done did stuff to other people before that they shouldn't have did stuff to. So I guess they feel like, you know, with my case, they got this sealed up in the bag as well, or they just gonna keep fighting God. And I know something about Satanists fighting God and continuing to do it. So with me seeing them continuing to do it and him already letting me see that they know their demise, I'm like, wow. But then he's like, they're worshiping them. They're worshiping them. So let me go up in here and give me something to eat, y'all. But they're worshiping these white people and trying to kill me and my baby, and then do that little olden time KKK talking about they gonna molest and rape on my son and have me out there like some slave woman and try to do everything they can to beat and tear me down, trying to starve us, you know, trying to keep me from being able to shop in their businesses and feel comfortable sitting down eating. Trying to stop me from being fresh or showering anywhere. They just being wicked. They just trying to straight up kill, you know. But I'm keeping my cool because of Jesus Christ and Jehovah. You know I'm pregnant. I know it's Austin's baby. I know what they did to me in the jail. You know, I know what they threatened to do to my son. You know, I know what God said about me and my son. And him better be alive. And about my baby, about my pregnancy. I know what God said about my pregnancy. So at the end of the day, I'm not finna worship white people. And I was protecting myself and the God of all creation who created all things. Jesus Christ and Jehovah, the real God. He is on my side, and he said to go to Revelations and see what color God is, because he's not the white man. And he is not to be trying to have anybody kill me or my children because one of his got hurt attacking me. And my people do not need to be out here trying to prove anything to me about the history of this white man, or about the history of Satan or the devil trying to hurt me and my baby and me. But they're gonna keep being wicked and just doing what they want to do. And I guess that's where the terror of the world comes from, where I gotta tear away from the world and be like, okay, well, I'm in my own world then with God, and I know I'm pregnant. I know they took my son, what they threatened to do to us, so I'm all alone with God, and I just gotta trust him, because ain't nobody really on my side. Everybody trying to stick me up in one way or another, pretending like they trying to help, trying to hurt the baby, trying to have me out there, trying to say, oh, she doing drug this, she smoking that, she doing this, just being wicked. And we outside, just staying cool, working on evidence, eating, making it as best as possible, and staying close to God, just staying prayed up. And they just keep doing wickedness, and they coming around me doing it as well. Getting too close into my personal space, trying to distract me from anything that I want to do for myself. And I'm not in the streets. I'm not nobody whore. I'm not no punk. I'm none of that. So I'm just in Atlanta, Georgia, with police involved. As you see, firefighters, ambulances, people got their children being wicked as well. I don't mean to say it like that, but you know how some people is with their kids. And it's sometimes people just expose their children to way too much. And, people can say, oh, I shot a gun around my son. But God said, where was you at to protect him, to be judging anything by saying he can't be with his mother or he shouldn't have been with his mother? God said that she never should try to keep me from my son. God said they never should have even arrested me based off of the real evidence of what's really going on. So for them to try to destroy my pregnancy is part of trying to destroy the evidence of what was going on and why the gun was actually shot, because I was protecting myself. And then turns out I'm pregnant, and I was pregnant. And then you trying to erase all the other evidence of what's going on. And then on top of that, you say, who cares what he was doing to you and your baby? He's white. We're going to rape your son now and kill your son. And forget that, baby, that pregnancy. We're going to kill your pregnancy and kill y'all in this country. And we're going to kill you if you tell. And then running around me like they going to go through with it and trying to intimidate me. And then got the nerve to be doing it in their establishments, and all these black people, everybody is helping them, like, oh, this the American way, oh, this what the American flag is all about, is white man, white woman, she shot white man, our flag in the air, everybody kill her, she shot Massa. And it's like, oh, get her baby like slavery and rape him and kill him, she shot Massa. And oh, who care about that baby in her belly? She shot Master, rape her, kill that baby. That's how they acting. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not an actor. Like, I'm really not. And that's how they acting. And it's from the biggest to the smallest, from the strongest black dude to the weakest black dude, to the Mexicans, to the Chinese folk, man. It's crazy. And I understand that everybody done fought with Satan, but you got to understand, you get wicked on your own. Like, you decide right and wrong by your own choice. And if you decide, oh, I want to go and side with the white man just because he white, like, man, you a fool. But they know what they doing, because they knew about them threatening to molest and rape my child, and it involves a coven, and it involves witchcraft, where I guess there's multiple children that they have access to talking like this about my child. It's like, people don't just come off the mouth and start talking like that if they was not already pedophiles before. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that they said they was gonna do to my baby let me know that they was already pedophiles, and I already had it in my spirit that they was, and God was already warning me about them anyway in the spirit. And they want to try to say, oh, somebody is bipolar schizophrenic. No, you talked about raping and molesting my son, and you lying about my pregnancy, and you been abusing me. Ain't nobody no paranoid schizophrenic. So that's another way of them doing the witchcraft on my hair and my face, and trying to, leave me outside. Yo, you want to break somebody down and rape on their children and make them go crazy, and then turn around and kill the person, and everybody just run and talk about it. That's wicked. So that's why I talked about it so long on this video. But I need to go get my food, and because they are watching me. They got the police pulling all up in the drive-thru right now. You know, because when they pulling operations on somebody and everybody was gonna sit around and just act like, oh, they ain't know what was going on. If Jehovah pulled me out and Jesus pulled me out, this is gonna be crazy, man. That it really finally was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how long these people been doing this to me and keeping me from my baby and threatening my baby? Like, it's been a long time and they still doing it. So for God to bring me out all the way, like, look at my hair. Look at my hair. And you see how I got the phone? Like, I ain't just got it set up somewhere like normal. So the plot had me outside looking distraught while I'm making the videos. I had plenty of videos where I was somewhere where they didn't like how it looked because it didn't fit how they wanted to make me look. And they took down channels of information. So I'm right here in front of this damn Burger King about to go in here and get me something to eat. And they got people coming in every store following me, in every single store that I go into, and they plotting on my money. They trying to get right up behind me and see how much I got or how much I'm spending. It is ridiculous. Man, I ain't never seen such wickedness in my life, but you got to understand, like what God said, they worshiping them. See, it never clicked to me like that. You know, like that could be a false god to that extent. Like, I understood how black men was treating black women, but I didn't understand the depth of this one girl did say something about slavery, but the depth of slavery is real deep when you see that they done had such a powerful witchcraft hold on these black men and these black women and all these people in this country. But they found out who these people was and that they was evil, and God must gave you some sort of chance at freedom, and you just decide that you want to be wicked, you know, and that's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know how many black women, this is the spirit of this country, because they still doing black women dirty, you know, and so now I see how they knew, okay, this is wicked, you know, because you already showing us history of you abusing black people, black women and children and men, and then say it was over, y'all free, and then you steady in the society trying to be wicked to the black woman and the media, and then you got black women bowing down to you now, like, oh, this is just the way that it's going to be. And that's not right, because God let me know that's a false god. Like, y'all bowing down to the white woman, she's a false god. That's not God. And then bowing down to the white man, and then you bowing down to Satan. That's not God, man. And they know that it's not God. So they being very wicked. They are very well aware of the Satanism and the witchcraft that is involved with trying to kill a pregnant black woman and lie about it all in the hospitals, and be actually having police trying to set me up to be murdered. Really, about my case. And then you going against Jesus Christ. You know, you going against Jehovah. You know, Jesus said for them to stop this madness. Now, I don't know how much stuff they done did that he done told them to stop doing, but I'm scared for my son because of the wickedness of how much they doing to me, and they not stopping doing it. I cannot stop them from molesting my baby without being killed. And that's why I'm continuing to tell what they are doing to me, because you know I want my child. And God on my side, so I'm not finna be afraid to say it. I'm not gonna be afraid to say, give me my child. I'm not. Give me my child. And I don't want to get too angry and say, you wicked white witch. But God did say she was a witch, and that's how to refer to her. You know what I'm saying? You wicked white witch. Give me my child. Because they out here trying to murder me for her. And she threatened to molest and rape and kill my son because I shot her white son in the leg. And that's witchcraft, and that is wickedness. And I need to know that my baby is alive while people out here trying to set me up to be killed. And I trust in my God, because even my own family is trying to set me up to be killed. And God even said that they was when they let me go into the house with this man named Marcus Mitchell after they staged for me to be put out of the shelter. And they kept trying to get me out of the shelter to try to harm me. And I wasn't, like, I needed to be on my own. Like, I know what people are trying to do to me in this country. I'm the pregnant black woman that shot a white man, and I need to be somewhere safe. They know that. They know that. And so they've been leaving me outside and then trying to torture me for these white people. And God's like, no, that's worship. Because I said that she not guilty, so it ain't like y'all afraid. These black people is not afraid that God gonna hurt them or that they gonna get hurt for standing up for me. They just being evil because they want to worship them. And a lot of them don't like me. I'm gonna just be honest. A lot of these black women just don't like me, and a lot of black men, a lot of people just don't, just people in general, a lot of people just don't like me. But it does have a lot to do with me actually being a strong black woman, not to the degree of how they choose to portray black women. I don't worship white people with them, and if I did, I don't think it'll still even matter, you know what I'm saying? But God did say a lot about my ethnicity. He said my curly hair and my brown skin. He said that's what be getting me in trouble in this society. Y'all gotta excuse me, but they just got me out here looking all crazy. And then, I don't know, trying to call me a drug addict, trying to call me a prostitute, and then literally trying to force me to have to sleep with men because I got out of the jail without anywhere to go when I first got out. And I went to people's house and could only stay for like a couple of days, and they was trying to do stuff to me all in the house knowing that I was pregnant from the jail. And they just kept doing that, and I didn't realize that they had already plotted to do that. So I was kind of oblivious. God had showed me some visions about it when I was in the jail, that they were going to try to do stuff to harm me when I got out the jail. And even though I was pregnant, I was thinking it was over, that, I would finally be able to get the medical care that I wasn't able to get in the jail. And I get out and they all trying to set me up to be killed from out of the jail after they dropped the charges on me for shooting them. And they took my son from me while I was in the jail. They sued